Jai Hind everyone. I, Dr. Prashant Maditripathi, Assistant Professor in ECE Department at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, going to discuss a topic from wireless and mobile communication subject. This subject is basically taught in BTech 7th semester ECE student, and the subject code is BEC071. In this presentation, we will discuss about the evolution of different mobile wireless communication technologies, in which we will see the earlier technology which was the base of these modern day wireless communication technologies. This lecture is dedicated for our undergraduate student who are interested in wireless and mobile communication. So, in this presentation, we will cover the evolution of mobile radio communication fundamental. So, today we are using 5G technology, 5th generation technology. The transformation from sending a letter by anyone to just transmitting the information, video, audio, data, everything within a few seconds, and the cover distance is several hundred, several thousand miles in between the sender and receiver, and these transformation is not over a one day. It is a several hundred progress, several years progress, several decades has been passed to coming from letters to just a few second transmission. So, before going in detail in 5th generation communication, we must know how we have covered these decades with the communication technologies. So, earlier for the transmission purpose, we are using different kinds of wire like copper wire, twisted copper wire, coaxial cable for the transmission of information from one place to another place. But now we have all things in wireless form. So, first of all, we should know what is wireless. So, first, wireless means having no wire. In this wireless transmission, we will not use any kind of wire like copper wire, coaxial cable, optical fiber. This whole transmission is based on the wireless without any wire. In network terminology, wireless is used to describe any computer network where there is no physical wire connection between sender and receiver. The network is connected by radio waves or microwaves to maintain the communication. In wireless technology, the wireless network utilizes specific equipment such as network interface card (NIC) popularly known as, and routers in place of copper and optical fiber. So, using these interface card and routers, we are going to communicate using wireless medium like radio waves and microwaves. So, initially when the communication started, the technology was named as 1G technology. The G word stands for generation, and the first generation technology was completely based on analog system. The first G refers to the first generation of wireless telephone technology, mobile telecommunication, and it was first introduced in 1980s and completed in early 1990s. In 1G technology, the speed was up to 2.4 kbps and it allowed voice calls only in one country. As I have told, it was completely based on one analog signaling. The first system which was introduced in USA was advanced mobile phone system and it was totally 1G mobile system. The first US cellular telephone system AMPS was introduced in 1983 and it was aimed to serve the US police for mobility. So, 1G technology was the earlier first technology in the field of wireless mobile communication. In 1979, the first generation of mobile network was deployed in Japan by Nippon Telephone and Telegraph Company, which is known as NTT in Tokyo. At the beginning of 1980s, it gained popularity in the US, Finland, UK and Europe. This system was completely utilized analog signals and it has many disadvantages due to its technologically limitations. The most popular 1G system was in 1980s was advanced mobile phone system, which was first one, and it's after this the Nordic countries, which is a combination of Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Finland, jointly launched the analog cellular system, and they has implemented they have implemented this technology in their respective regions. After Nordic mobile phone system, another system was developed in UK and this was total access communication system. And after these, European countries has launched an European total access communication system and it was basically the extension of total access communication system and its purpose was to increase the capacity in European network. The key features of the 1G systems was frequency. It has a frequency of 800 megahertz to 900 megahertz. Its bandwidth of 10 megahertz, which utilizes 666 duplex channels with a bandwidth of 30 kilohertz. As I have told that the technologies was analog switching. Modulation in this 1G system, we uses frequency modulation in which we vary the frequency of signal according to message signal. In the serving capability of 1G system was limited to only voice. It is fully support the voice transmission. And when we talk about access technique, it utilizes frequency division multiple access technique. In frequency division multiple access technique, the entire bandwidth is divided into the subbands and these subbands are allocated to different user for their transmission like this. This is F1, this is F2, F3 and F4. So this entire frequency band, if this entire frequency band is defined by Fe, then Fe is divided into subbands and these subbands are allocated to different user for their transmission. For example, F1 is allocated to user 1, F2 is allocated to user 2, F3 user 3 and F4 is user 4. And when any user wants to communicate or send their data, they can utilize only their allocated bandwidth. Like if user 1 wants to send their data, he or she will utilize a bandwidth of f1. In this 1G system, this kind of frequency division multiple access technique was used. The drawback of 1G system was poor voice quality due to interference, because this system was entirely based on analog transmission, analog signaling, poor battery life, large size mobile phones, less security, because the calls can be easily decoded using an FM demodulator, limited number of users and cell coverage, and roaming was not possible because similar system are not used uh, within the uh, within the different countries. As we can also verify the size of mobile phone from this figure, which reflect the 1G mobile system, and this figure shows that the size dimension of this mobile is very large as compared to today mobiles. Now the drawbacks of 1G system is removed in the next generation communication, which was 2G. 2G stand for second generation communication, and the second generation technology is entirely based on GSM. GSM stand for Global Service for Mobile Communication. It was launched in Finland in 1991, and it utilizes digital signaling. In GSM or 2G technology, the data speed was up to 64 kbps. It has two unique features. One was SIM, and second was on-air privacy, which these two features make GSM unique from the first G technology. And with the help of these two features, the 2G has resolved many issues with the 1G technologies. It enables services like text message, picture message, and multimedia messages. Also, it provides better quality and capacity. With these two existing features, the SIM stands for Subscriber Identity Module, which is a unique number of the user, and with the help of digital signaling, we can easily encode our transmitted signal to protect signal from the intruders. The second generation mobile communication system uh, was able to support a data transmission rate of 4.4 kbps to 64 kbps, which was sufficient for SMS and email services. At the same time, in 2G technology, another technology is also introduced, which was based on CDMA, and CDMA stands for Code Division Multiple Access System, and this CDMA was developed by Qualcomm in 1990. CDMA has more feature than GSM regarding spectral efficiency, number of users, and data rate, because CDMA uses orthogonal codes, and with the help of these orthogonal codes, the effect of interference can be minimized with the help of orthogonality. So, CDMA supports a large number of users and data rates. Features of 2G system was a digital system. It supports SMS services, roaming. It has enhanced security because we can easily encode and decode the transmitted information. We can also encrypt the voice transmission, and the implementation of internet is also possible in 2G system, but the problem was lower data rate. Disadvantage of 2G system, as we have seen, that it can implement the internet, but the speed was very slow, limited mobility, and the mobile devices are capable of supporting very few features, and the hardware capability of 2G system was also very poor, and it supports only a limited number of users. Now, when we talk about drawback of 2G technology, the main drawback of 2G technology is requirement of strong digital signals. If the digital signal is if the digital signal is strength is poor, then in that condition we cannot get proper services from the vendors, and there may be possibility of call disconnect and interruption of services in our mobile phones. These systems are not able to handle complex data such as video. These drawbacks of 2G is resolved in 2.5G technology, and 2.5G technology is a midway of second generation and third generation of mobile telephony. It is basically 2G cellular technology in combination with GPRS, General Packet Radio Services. The combination of GPRS and 2G technology is known as 2.5G technology, and it's have some features like phone calls. It supports phone call, sending and receiving email messages, web browsing. Its speed was 64 to 144 kbps. Camera phones. Also, if we want to download a 3-minute MP3 song, then it requires 6 to 9 minutes. After 2.5G, another system was introduced, which was known as 2.75G system, and it utilizes the full capacity of GPRS. With the help of GPRS, it provides a data rate up to 171 kbps. After that, we have introduced another technology which is known as is used as enhanced data rate for GSM evolution, and it was the improved version of GSM network. Edge technology was capable of supporting 473.6 kbps, and parallelly another popular technology was also introduced, which was known as CDMA 2000, which supports higher data rates. In this CDMA 2000, a data rate of up to 384 kbps can be achieved. After 2.75G technology, 3G technologies comes into existence, and 3G refers to third generation, and it was introduced in year 2000. In third generation technology, the data transmission rate increased from 144 kbps to 2 mbps, and the mobile devices are popularly known as smartphones because they have capability to perform different tasks, and they have a multiple combination of features, and these all things were possible because of increased bandwidth and data transfer rate. Features of 3G technologies were higher data rate, video calling, enhanced security, more users and coverage, mobile app support, multimedia message support, location tracking, map, better web browsing, TV streaming, and high quality 3D games. The main drawback of 3G technology is expensive fee for 3G license services. Also, we have a challenge to build the infrastructure for 3G network. It requires higher bandwidth. The smartphones were costly as compared to earlier one. and the phone size is still large. Now, 3G tech after 3G technology, we have moved toward 3.5G to 3.75G system, in which we have increases the data rate using these two technology. One was HSDPA, high speed downlink packet access, and another was HSUPA, which is known as high speed uplink packet access. Using these two technologies, we have increased the data rate up to 2 Mbps, which supports many features like multimedia application, 3D gaming, all-time connectivity, network quality is also improved using these two technologies. Disadvantage of 3G system was expensive spectrum license, costly infrastructure equipment implementation, and it requires higher bandwidth to support a higher data rate, costly mobile devices, and compatibility with older generation 2G systems and frequency band. After 3G, the aim of developer was to provide a service to consumers anytime and anywhere, and this requirement is fulfilled by 4G technology. 4G technology refers to fourth generation, which starts from the late 2000s, and it has a capability to provide a data rate of 100 Mbps to 1 Gbps. The 4G is described by a word which is known as magic. Magic stand for mobile multimedia. A stand for anytime, anywhere. G stand for global mobility support. I stand for integrated wireless solution, and C stand for customized personal services. The 4G technology is also known as mobile broadband everywhere. The fourth generation system was an enhanced version of 3G network, and it was developed by IEEE, and it offers a higher data rate capable of handling more advanced multimedia services. The examples of 4G system was LTE and LTE Advanced. Simultaneous transmission of voice and data is possible within LTE system, which significantly improves the data rate. All services, including voice services, can be transmitted over IP packet. Complex modulation scheme and carrier aggregation are used to multiply uplink downlink capacity. The key features of 4G system was much higher data rate up to 1 Gbps, enhanced security and mobility, reduced latency for mission critical application, high definition video streaming and gaming, and voice over LTE network is also possible in 4G technology. Again, drawbacks of 4G technology was expensive hardware and infrastructure, costly spectrum, high-end mobile devices compatible with 4G technology are required, which is costly, and wide deployment and upgrade are time consuming. These drawbacks are removed in 5G technology, which is popularly known as wireless World Wide Web. In this technology, our aim is to connect all the devices all the time with the wireless transmission. The benefit of 5G technology is high speed, high capacity, larger broadcasting of data, multimedia, newspaper, TV programs with the clarity of high definition quality, faster data transmission, large phone memory, dialing speed, clarity in audio video. It supports interactive multimedia, voice, streaming video, internet and other. It is more effective and more attractive. Key features of 5G technologies was ultra fast mobile internet up to 10 Gbps, low latency in millisecond, which makes it useful in critical applications, total cost reduction, higher security, technologies. It utilizes technologies like small cells and beamforming to improve efficiency. Forward compatibility network offers further enhancement in the future. Cloud-based infrastructure offers power efficiency, easy maintenance, and upgrade of hardware. This is the comparison of 1G to 5G technologies, which in which we can easily see that the speed is gradually increasing from first generation to fifth generation. In first generation, we have a speed of 14.4 kbps, but in 5G, the speed we are getting from 1 to 10 gbps. The first G technology was AMPS, NMT, and Total Access Communication System, whereas in 5G we have LTE Advanced Scheme, OMA, and NOMA technologies. Where in 1G system, though we serve only voice services, but in 5G we support all kind of transmission, fast mobile network. We have low latency time, which support critical application, high definition multimedia streaming, and it is also serving the smart healthcare applications. Again, the technology is also compared in the form of devices which we are using in 1G to 5G. We can see that the size of devices and power of devices is gradually decreasing by the generations. Like in 1G, we have a large size of a small phone with very minimum features and higher power requirement. But as we move on, now we have a smart device which can perform multiple applications with minimum weight, and power consumption is also very low as compared to 1G devices. This is the main radio systems which we have developed in the earlier years. Like in 1934, police radio uses a conventional AM mobile communication system. In 1935, Edwin Armstrong demonstrated frequency modulation, and after that in 1946, first public telephone services push to talk was invented, and in 1960 improved mobile telephone services was introduced, and Bell Laboratories introduces the concept of cellular mobile system in 1960. After that, American Telecommunication and Telegraph System proposes the concept of cellular mobile system to the FCC. In 1976, Bell mobile phone services was introduced. In 1993, IS-95 and CDMA standards were introduced. The popular example of mobile radio system are cordless phone, remote control, handheld, walkie-talkie, pager, cellular telephone, wireless LAN. And some terms which are popularly used in mobile radio system are mobile, and mobile reflect any radio terminal that moves during operation. The word is portable, and portable signify handheld and used at walking speed, and subscriber is used for mobile or portable user. So these are the references which I have used to prepare these presentation. Thank you.